Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. It's another wonderful day to remind the Anambralians the promise of Whatapp that he will transform Anambra State to a Taiwan, to the kind of modern city. Okay, now today I believe the beginning of that modern city will start from the capital city of Anambra State. I mean the seat of power of Anambra State, that is Awka. I am right now entering Awka to take a look at what Awka looks like coming in from Amobia. It looks quite nice, but when you get into the main city, I mean when it comes to the hinterland of Awka as a city, as a capital city, people have always said that it is something to write home, nothing to write home about. That it is a glorified, village. Oh yes. So that is part of the things I am currently heading to Awka to see things for myself. Okay. We are currently at the checkpoint, but we'll continue. Yeah, press. So from the express road within Awka City, you know, if you pass through it, you will see some estates, you know, like this one there is Ngozi, what do you call it, Udoka Estate. On the other side you have Ngozi Estate. Now, but we're going to drive through inside the Awka City, as they call it. But me, I prefer to call it Awka Town, because Awka is yet to become a city, a befitting state capital. So Whatapp, you have to look into this very place. Kasapta Niru Anyofuma, Kasapti Anambra State. Now we are going to go to some flashpoints in Awka where is seriously needed government intervention, according to my own observation. You see these flyovers that are here, wonderful. Some people are calling it Corvette as they deem fit, because they said it doesn't solve the traffic problem, but that is their opinion. But there are things that needed to be, especially on road network. Awka road network is horrible. You know, understandably, the village of which the capital city is sited had a very narrow, unplanned town. Okay, but the usage of it is what is important. We just have to drive through Kwata now. Let's get across some parts of Awka and see things for ourselves. Now let us have a quick drift from what it looks like. Now right in front of me, you see we are getting close to Awka. Awka needs to be probably relocated. Let me talk that one. Awka needs to be relocated. Right in front of me there, you can see the amount of heap of refuse bin right at the center of a place that is supposed to be a roundabout or thereabout. You can see that right in front of me. Good. You see that? Waste management. But let me just go a little bit into the hinterland of Awka. Let's take our right and see what we see there. You see how narrow this road is. Look at this fence, just right at almost the edge of the road. This very fence here. Okay? That's to tell you how narrow. See how the houses of people, how close it is to the main road. I mean somebody's window. You see how close it is to the main road. So what must be done? There are questions that are being asked. What should be done to either expand Awka or actually designing a city outside this very enclosure they call Awka town. Okay, maybe set up a different area and build a mega city there. What it looks like to have a mega city. That's my opinion, because from what you're seeing, the roads are so narrow and terribly in bad shape. Terribly in bad shape. I wonder what Chalenwambafo is going to come up with to, you know, change the face of Awka entirely. It's very important. The seat of power of every person, of everyone, is very crucial. Or the corner batana begi, palo begi goes a long way to this to describe what the entire house will be like. If somebody enters your house, your sitting room is the first place, you know, people take a look at to appraise the entire house. So coming into Awka, which is the capital city of Anambra State, looking this way is nothing to write home about. Honestly speaking, it is nothing to write home about. And from all these governors that have been governing Anambra State, to call this place a capital city. Now me talk that one. So there is need for a reface of Awka capital city. If it is going to at the other side of Awka and designing the city, a new brand city, if a Jama city, the attributes of having a city, then we cannot boast that we have a capital city, or honestly. So I don't really know the names of different places that we apply. If not, I'll be mentioning some of their roads. But this place looks like Ami Awka. Yes, Ami Awka. Let me take right and probably bust out to a Awka from this axis. Let's see what it looks like, so that you see what inside Awka looks like. That's the way, that's the road. Most of the roads are just like you're seeing it. I'm not dancing to any music. It is the bad road that is throwing man up and down. Okay, so look at it. It's literally a glorified village. Literally a glorified village, not a town. Okay, call it a town, but not a city. Definitely not a city. So we'll still go around, and by the time we get to Awka, we'll see what we have there. Now we are busting out at around the Awka axis. You can see how the roads are in terrible shape, very narrow. The very little one is occupied by Keke na Pep on a main road, where their own park. They've turned the main road into their own park, but nevertheless, there's no space. The street trading encroaching into the little road that is still available. Now I'm coming out to take my left, going up towards Awka. Let's see what it looks like. This is our capital city, mind you. Our capital city. All right, this is 6th Avenue, definitely. I think this is one of the most major roads in Awka, this 6th Avenue. It has been dualized, but yet it looks horrible, because even on top of the drainage systems, the gutters, in the mud is the Melavia, that place people they do their shops on top of drainage. The outlook is just so terrible, very terrible. You know, some people don't understand that the environment, your environment, the way it looks, goes a long way in affecting your psyche, your mentality, the way you reason. Okay, no wonder people around this part of the world tends to be very hostile, because the environment is quite hostile. Everywhere is so unkept. Like, oh God, when are we going to change? Yeah, is anything wrong with us as African people? Can we not just live in an organized setting and maintain that? I can tell you, we can. But the problem we had all these years is bad government, bad leadership, horrible leadership. We don't have any anyway. So if I am here, you see that literally no na street can Azavia. Look at it. This is a Awka. Literally na street can Azavia. You know, the traffic lights are not being obeyed. That is the traffic light there. Trust me, they don't obey to traffic like Kabuzi, outcome Bochie. Yeah, but outcome Mamiji man and the Yadiva. Honestly. So we just have to learn how to, both on the part of government and also on the part of the people. Responsibility matters, both on the government side and the people. Left, right, and center, everywhere just look so chaotic. So you can see this is the Awka Roundabout. Yeah? In fact, the thing looks like a shrine. Honestly, it looks like a shrine. Our people just need to do better. Okay, we must do better than this. So that's my observation. We're still going around to highlight some other places, but honestly, it is chaotic. It is chaotic, especially around marketplaces. Now, let me tell you something about market concerning our people. I'll just say that briefly. In the Bani, our forefathers were more civilized than our modern day Igbos. I will say that and I will repeat myself. Our forefathers are more organized, more civilized than our modern day Igbos. Why am I saying this? During the time of our forefathers, during their time, they go to farm. They go to market. They don't cultivate mostly right in front of their houses. Their farm. Then when it comes to market, and when a place a designated for market, our forefathers have a designated place for market. Or I could just say, the market is quite isolated from the neighborhood where our forefathers lived. And tell me, from the Igbo pre-colonial setting, with the arrangement of the youth and all others, trust me, the whole place is cleaned up. They clean the stream, they clean their marketplace, and they also help in trimming encroaching grasses on the road path, whether on a footpath or in fact definitely not footpath, but they clear it. They make it look tidy enough. But here we have modern people, so-called the Igbos, living like a primitive zombies. And I'm not sorry to say that because I'm part of Igbo modern society. But we just need to change our attitude. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. So I just wanted to highlight that while we continue on this drive. Now I want to point out something. I'm driving along Regina Passing, right? Regina Passing Road, busting out at that junction. I want to do a little quick stop over here. Very important. Let me just do a very little quick stop over here. Okay, now Eban Noketabo, what they call Regina Passy Road, right? Now this junction is a very important junction. I've noticed that the kind of human traffic crossing this axis is unquantifiable. And the risk, I see little children being crossed here, market women, both old and young, along this place. Point your camera towards that side. Maybe when we go towards that side, you're going to see it. Along this axis, the number of human traffic crossing this road, this major express road, Enugu Onitsha Express Road, going to the other side is unimaginable. And I've been wondering if you have a government that have seen this, because I know the governors that have been here in Anambra State have passed this road several times to and fro the government house, and they didn't see the need to construct at least a pedestrian bridge that can get across this road. A pedestrian bridge is urgently needed at this spot. Urgently needed to save lives, because the kind of fatal accident that is being recorded here is unimaginable. And the way people cross here, even designing a very wonderful flyover here is not a bad thing to give the city a very good outlook. Okay? Or it's not a rocket science, it's not going to break the back of anybody. If a well-constructed flyover here, not even talking about pedestrian, it will go a long way in easing traffic jam at Aroma Junction. Honestly, because if we have to go to this side, we have to drive all up to Aroma Junction, or even go down, way down to the Amansi Junction. You see, that's how terrible things are. So these are part of the things we are highlighting in Awka City, as we call it. So we continue on this drive. Now, I am entering towards this axis. That's by immigration. They call that junction immigration junction, but I don't really know the place per se. But it goes up straight from this express road by immigration junction. That's by Amobia. No, not Amobia. What do they call Amansi side? Straight up into Ifite. Good. If you look at it, it looks quite good. That's what is what do you call it? A city should look like. I mean, when you talk about Awka capital city from this axis, actually what I was commenting on, previous governments have put that into consideration, and they are doing the best they can, but more is needed to be done. You know, in kind on the Afro9 and kind for 9, okay, now but a whole lot is needed to be done. A whole lot is needed to be done. Apart from expanding the road, we'll talk about other features like the connecting roads. All the connecting roads are not in good shape. They are not tired. You don't expect all of them to be tired. At least we do to some extent. At least successive government will do the one they can, and I believe that the states, the people are also willing to participate in their own development, to assist the government in partnership to develop their society. Okay, so from this axis, it looks a whole lot better than what we had on the other side of Awka. All right, but a whole lot is still needed to be done. That's what we are saying. So we are just busting out at Rock Foundation by Ifite, and up this way goes up to Ifite.
By 5 decking.
The one they call by 5 decking. If you come to this axis, the situation seems to turn back as it were before. Okay, I mean on the other side of Awka that we checked earlier. So let's take our left and move up towards this axis. Let's see what we can find. I was just showing commissioner's quarters here. They call it commissioner's quarters, but it's not properly taken care of. Government that can't take care of their property, I wonder whose property they are going to take care of. Now look at this place. It's in a very bad shape.
By Whiteview Hotel.
That is close to, oh God help my vehicle.
Whiteview Hotel.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're from where? This place is in a very bad shape. Okay. Oh. Well, that's by the way. So generally, talking about road infrastructure within Awka, the network of road, I must say it's in a very bad shape. I put very bad shape. The city is not organized at all. Generally, Adal exam, honestly, so it's one of the things that Charlie must take a look at. And also what we are even it seems like this has become a norm. Roadside refuse dump, you can see it, and not being able to be cleaned up in a city.
By St. Anthony Catholic Church.
By St. Anthony Catholic Church. The roads are bad. The other portion of the road are eaten up by refuse bin.
This is B bus stop.
They call it B bus stop, huh? Okay. Alright. We've come up to a place where they call Second Market. And literally, you must find a dump site that is not being evacuated at the right time. Hey! Oh, this is the flower. AJ Design Olai City. Refuse bin. Oh, the Guegu. China Kenyalaya can over there. China Kenyalaya can over there. So we must continue. This is the second market. Awka is in a very bad shape. The road network is nothing to write home about, honestly. This is our room by towards the QMS Square. I decided just to go through. You see how flowers were used to design this road. This is how typically a road in a capital city should look like. Okay, instead of VG refuse bin, where Chola Nobodoma using refuse dumps to beautify the city. I wonder where it is done. Probably because the QMS Square is one of the most active spots in Anambra State, talking about government functions. So look at how large, how the road is beautified. If most part of Anambra State looks like this, will heaven fall? Will it change somebody's surname? Yeah? Look at how it looks like. This is what it should be. Okay? So there is nothing wrong with us as a people. It's just our mentality and our attitude must change. That's just the only thing that is wrong with us. Our attitude and our mentality. So let's drive down towards Unizix and Regina and up to now enter Evana. What's that side? Okpuno. Good. So let's go there. Now I am approaching the very spot that has been a source of concern to so many people in Awka. The roads along this side towards Okpuno is really, really horrible. Is an understatement. It's only God that will deliver this car after this very exercise. Going through this path. I dread this path like hellfire. God. You see, we don't just have to be comfortable in this kind of environment. And we hope that the new government in Anambra State will find a solution to this. We find a solution to it. If you go to other states, other capital states, capital cities of other states, go to their capital and see how it looks like. But look at ours in a very horrible shape. In fact, it's as a result of the bad shape of this road that made our first people to take through this filling station as their only alternative route to escape the horrible. But I'm going to pass through it so that you see it for yourself what it looks like.
Busting out by Y Junction, Obuna.
This is, we are busting out by Y Junction with a wonderful flower that is used to design the city, in the name of refuse bin. So you can see that for yourself. I don't know if this is a rocket science. Give it to me in less than 1 month with the proper kind of enforcement. I tell you, Anambra State I check it, because it's not just about the government but also the attitude of our people. But it begins with education, sensitization of the people. Now this one is just like a pool of Bethesda. That is what I'm about to drive through in the name of a road in Awka. Only God knows. Alright, let's go. Okay, I can get through. So that is it. If I follow back, so there is a whole lot of work to be done. Kama na Anambra State or Achawap. Can you go to Anambra State capital city? Awka. Kama live meleva. Eva is a glorified forest in the name of a city. Talking about road network, talking about how organized it is. The neatness is in a terrible shape. Hey, Chineke Mela Ebele. Back at capital city, Anambra State. Well, you have seen so far what I've shown you. If I just let us take it this far as my fuel can carry me. And I want to also appreciate those that want to fuel on a motor. This boy now I really appreciate every one of you who have been supporting us in ensuring that we have a better place we call our home. Supporting a government that is pro-people, that is proactive to the plight of the people. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. Please keep sharing this video. Drop your comments. We want to have your opinion on this as we continue to educate, sensitize, expose whatever thing that is happening. We see it, we say it. That is our logo, that is our mantra. Okay, so my people, thank you very much. You've seen Awka capital city as it is. What's your opinion? What do you think should be done to make this place a better place? Not just Awka capital city, but all capital cities within the southeast. All right, drop your comments on the comment section and subscribe if you have not. Share this video and stay connected to your own voice. Bye bye. I'm Associate Peters.